Welcome back, everybody, to some more Old School RuneScape. First of all, I do want to apologize. I said this at the end of the last episode, but I have been doing things a little bit out of order in that some of the episodes were not released before I did some streams, so things are a little bit jumbled up, but hopefully everything can make sense. Since the last episode, I have done some streams and I did a lot of exciting stuff, so I really started digging into birdhouse runs. I was doing a lot of farm runs. I planted some hardwood trees, some regular trees, a fruit tree. I've been doing crops. I've been getting all sorts of herbs. I also went and mined some lava ash so I could, or volcano ash, so I could make ultra compost. I've been using ultra compost. I've been doing a lot. It's been a lot of fun. I did a lot of herb lore so I could make compost potions. So I did a lot in that sense to get all of these runs set up. Now I also spent a lot of time over at the rock crabs, or the ammonite crabs on Fossil Island, to get my combat up. So that is something else that I did. Spent a lot of time over there, and that was good fun. So let me kind of show you my stats. Got 50 attack, 50 strength. I'm working on getting 50 defense, but I'm only at 44. My magic is up a little bit as well because I finally went and I grinded out some Zamorak warriors. That's right. I maged them from a distance, safe spotted them with Earth Blast. That was a lot of fun. And I was able to procure a rune scimitar. So I've been using a rune scimitar. That was good times as well. It's a 2% drop rate on those guys. I got it after 62 kills, so it wasn't too bad. I enjoyed that. I did a couple of clue scrolls. I got some Narda teleports from an easy clue scroll, which will allow me to get to the agility pyramid fairly easy, which will be good. So I may have missed something, but I think that's everything that I did over the last few streams. And now I got this guy interrupting me, Mr. Giles. All right, this is a helmet, sir. All right, thank you. What do I get? Some coin. Okay, so we're here in Lumbridge. We're going to be doing a quest today because I am running out of law runes and other runes in general. So I do need to go and do Guardians of the Rift again, but I would love a rune pickaxe because that's going to make life much easier. There is a quest that gives you a rune pickaxe as a reward, so that's what I'm shooting for, but you need 50 smithing. And so in order for me to get 50 smithing, I am going to do the Sleeping Giant quest to unlock Giant's Foundry to grind out my smithing. My god, what an introduction. So in order to do this quest, you do need some wool. That's why I'm here, so let me get some wool here. Perfect. And then I thought I should probably enchant a Ring of Dueling to get there quickly. I'm going to do it. And then let me equip. But I thought about it. I don't actually need that. I think I can just teleport there. So we can go directly to Giant's Foundry. I thought you had to unlock the minigame before you could teleport to it, but apparently you don't. So we're just going to go there and we can finally start this quest. Apologize for the long introduction, but I wanted to catch you up on what happened on some of the streams. Oh, I forgot. In order to do one of the clue scrolls, I needed to wear certain things, including studded chaps. So I made studded leather and I made some studded chaps as well. But in order to wear the studded chaps, I needed 20 ranged. So I did get my ranged up to 20 at the ammonite crabs as well. So there you go. I think that concludes all of the things that I did. So you start this quest by striking this hill giant. Wait, do not attack. What the? You can talk? Boo, do not. Fight. You don't want to fight me? No need your help. I must be dreaming. Giants can't talk. Please. Yes. Okay, Giant, I'll help you out. But first, you need to tell me your name. If you even have one. Kovak. Kovak, alright then. My name is Dark Elf 609. So, Kovak, what do you need help with? Please, follow in. Hang on, is this a trick? Are you going to cook me and eat me? No. Follow. Whoa, what is this place? Did you build this? No. Kovak. Except Ancestor build. Giants built this place? Yes. Long ago. How? Giants don't build, do they? I thought they were brutes. Before. Giants differing. Now. Not. Huh? I don't understand what you mean. Look. Kovac looks out to the tools around you. Help fix. You want me to help you by fixing those tools? Yes. Okay, I'll help, but first you need to tell me what this place was used for. Make wheel-pull weapons. Giants made weapons here? That's incredible. But why do you want me to make weapons? Most giants I've come across already have weapons. Make giants remember. Remember what? Giants, not just killers. Kovac want help giants remember. I see. To be honest, if I hadn't seen this place myself, I wouldn't have believed you. Alright, Kovac, I'll help you. What do you need to do first? We fix tools. Okay, so in order to fix all the tools, you do need some nails. You need 3 oak logs, a chisel, hammer. I got my Incomdo hammer, and then the wool I got, of course. What's left to fix, Kovac? Trip hammer, grindstone, polishing wheel. Thanks. Alright, so let's fix the polishing wheel. Okay, what is this thing? It looks like a wheel to me. Kovac ponders your question. Kovac think he know. And? This polishing wheel. Make things shiny. Looks like it's lost its soft edge then. Not my finest work, but I think it will do. Kovac agree. So, when would we use the polishing wheel? Polishing sword important. Create perfect killing edge. Very good for sword. That makes sense. Let's repair the grindstone. What was this meant to be? Kovac think it was for grinding. I see. It looks like it lost its teeth. Kovac conquer. Conquer? It's already broken. Hitting it more won't help. Kovac agree. Right, now we've agreed. I'll see what I can do to fix it. While that required a bit of elbow grease, it should be good to go now. Thank you, small one. Didn't you want to try and help me? Kovac did not know how. Kovac beginning to understand. Can you tell me what this was used for then? Kovac takes a long look at the grindstone. Grindstone important. We grind sword against stone. Make sword sharp. So, we use it when making swords. Yes. Alright, finally, let me repair the broken trip hammer. I think this has seen better days. What was it? Big hammer. Right, and what did it do? Hit things. Very perceptive, Kovac. Let me take a look and see if I can fix it. That looks like it'll do the trick. What do you think? That looks right. What's that supposed to do? Kovac takes a long look at the trip hammer. Kovac think Kovac figure it out. Go on. Trip hammer, powered by water. Water spin wheel and raise hammer. Hammer fall and crump sword into shape. That makes sense. Quite resourceful for giants to make something water powered. Alright, I think everything is fixed here. That's all the tools repaired. Well, as best as I can do. Yes. Kovac begin to understand more now. I've noticed your speech has been improving over time as well. Kovac know what say, but sometime hard say properly. That's alright, we'll figure it out together. Kovac agree. Ready to make sword? Yes, I'm itching to get started. Kovac get few things ready first. Then we can start. Alright, so now we're here at the actual Foundry, which is a smithing minigame, which provides a lot of smithing experience. Again, I am trying to get to 50, which is going to go pretty quickly from 40. You'll see that shouldn't take me very long at all. So before I can complete the quest, I have to do at least one round of the minigame, and Kovac will walk me through it, and I will try to add my own commentary as to how this works. Okay, Kovac, I think I'm ready to make a sword. Kovac feel like thing look correct. Kovac think you are right. So, do I need to make a sword? What do I need to make a sword? First, you will need a quality commission. Where can I get one of those? Kovac will supply them. Kovac already gotten one from old friend. Okay, so what do I need to make? Kovac need a flat broadsword. So the two adjectives here are going to be important momentarily. So he wants a flat and a broadsword. Great. How do I make that? Kovac think we need to fill the, how's it called? The big stone bucket. You mean the crucible? Yes, thank you. Kovac think we need to fill the crucible with metal first. Kovac has been collecting metals. They're in that box crate by entry. Use bars and weapons. Crucible can take both. Load metals into crucible until it looks full. While you do that, Kovac think about next thing we need to do. So yes, step 1 is fill the crucible with metals, whether that be metal bars or items made from metal bars. So for the first quest here, you can get some from the crates. And a bunch of stuff here. And usually you make alloys of metal. So use two different types of metal, usually adjacent to each other. So in this case, it's going to be bronze and iron. And then you can load them up on the crucible. I guess if you click the crucible, you can add them all at once, which is a lot better. And then I guess for the items, you have to physically use them on it, not equip. Now this can store up to 28 bars, and whenever you add an item to it that's made of bars, it's going to be the number of bars it takes to make the item -1. So for the case of a plate body, it's 5 bars to make one, so it'll fill 4 slots. So it's X -1 for that formula. And importantly, there is a bank chest here, which is very convenient. So let me actually deposit some of this stuff that I'm not going to be needing anymore. Okay, so now that the crucible is filled, let me talk with Kovac again. Right, that's the crucible full. Can I get a sword yet? No, not yet. Kovac think we need to set up mold. What's the mold used for? Kovac think mold will determine the type of sword to be made. Remember, we need flat broadsword. Okay, so how do I go about setting up a mold? Kovac remember being told a sword is made from 3 parts. A forte, a blade, and a tip. Use mold jig behind you. You can select part for each section. Each mold part is differing. They will suit different commissions better. Look for parts that match commission. Right, I think I'm with you. Look at mold jig. If you are still confused, come back to me. Okay. So second step is setting up the mold jig, and then you essentially just pick the one that's going to most suit your commission. If you recall, the commission is flat and broad, so I'm going to look for certain sections that are going to fill that mold, right? So essentially what I do is I like to add the 2 relevant section. So this is only flat, so this will give me 8 points. This is flat and broad, so if I add those together, that's 16. This will be 4 and 4, that's 8. 4 and 4, that's 8. So clearly the best option for me is going to be this one. So that is what I will pick. And then for blades, I'm going to follow the same sort of logic here. This is my best option. It's going to give me 14 points. And then for the tip, I can get 6 broad or 6 flat. And those are going to be the best ones. So whichever one is better, I think I'll go with the narrow here just to make the sword a little bit more consistent. So then you can set the mold once you've made your decision. Right, the mold is set up and the crucible is full to the brim. We must be ready to pour. Let me look. Kovac takes a look at what you've done. Yes, all things look correct. Well done, little one. We are ready. Pour the metal from the crucible into the mold. Then take out the preform. Once you have done that, Kovac will show you how to work the preform. Okay, so let me unequip my condo hammer because you do need both hands open in order to be able to do this. So let's go ahead and pour the crucible into the cast mold. It's pretty fun. The metal's too hot to pick up. Yes. What do I do? Cool it down. What do you expect? Ah, of course, how do I do that? Kovac do not know. Try pouring water on it. So yes, if you have ice gloves, you can just equip your ice gloves and pick it up immediately. Otherwise, you can grab a bucket and fill it with water here at this waterfall. And then cool down the mold here. So yeah, if you're going for maximum efficiency, you definitely want to make sure you have ice gloves. There you go. You can pick up the sword here. Pretty cool. Let me talk to him. Okay, Kovac, I've got this huge burning hot sword. What do I do with it? Now for fun part. Use tools around Foundry to refine the preform. How do I know which tool to use? Kovac not too sure. Kovac's gut feeling says use strip hammer first. Progress on your sword can be tracked via the display on the screen. You can track which tool you need to use via the completion bar. Use the preform on the trip hammer when your completion tracker is over this icon bar. Then use the grindstone on this icon. And finally the polishing wheel on this icon. This is very important. The preform needs to be within a certain heat range to work properly. If you use the wrong tool, or tool at wrong heat, we damage the preform quality. A sword with low quality is bad. It means less giants will want it, so Kovac give less for it. If you damage a preform too much, it will become junk and Kovac will have to throw it away. But this first attempt, do not worry about quality too much. Use trip hammer. Trip hammer need preform to be quite hot. The temperature of the preform is tracked via the temperature bar. To work a preform with a tool, the temperature needs to be within the match temperature range or you'll damage the preform. The trip hammer requires high temperature. The grindstone requires a medium temperature. And the polishing wheel requires a low temperature. Any damage to the preform will lower the quality tracked via the quality bar. If there's no quality left in the preform, it becomes unworkable and must be thrown away. If the preform at wrong temperature, you can hot it up by dunking in lava or cold by holding it in waterfall. Alright, I'll give it a go. Remember, any trip hammer first with hot item. Okay. So, here's the temperature. It's pretty hot as it is. As you're using the trip hammer, it will cool down a little bit. So let me actually get it a little bit hotter here on the lava. You don't want to go over or it's going to damage the sword. So I want to get it close but not too bad. And then we're going to use the trip hammer and you will see that the progress is going to improve as it's cooling down. So I want to make sure that I don't let it cool down too much. So I think it's every 5 game ticks that you hammer down the sword here. Alright, let me heat it up. Very good. Just gotta wait until it gets into the yellow area. It's a pretty straightforward minigame. I think one more strike ought to do it. Perfect. So now, as you're using this, it's going to heat up the stone. So I want to cool the sword down towards the lower end of the yellow temperature range. And then I'll start using the grindstone. Actually, let me talk to Kovac. I'm not sure which tool I need to use next. Time to move over to the grindstone. The preform need to be warm. Friction from the grindstone will heat it up as well. Okay, so there you go. Let's use it here before it cools down too much. There you go. And you can see everything moving accordingly here. See, that sword is heating up pretty significantly. Alright, let me cool it down a little bit. Grind away, sir. Grind away. Sand down that sword. Okay, perfect. So we're on the last stage. Let me talk to my friend here. I'm not sure which tool I need to use next. You're almost done. You just need to use polishing wheel to finish the preform off. Preform need to be quite cool to work with the polishing wheel. So I actually forgot if the polishing wheel heats it up or cools it down. But either way, I do need to cool down the temperature. Let me put it like towards the middle to see if it's gonna heat it up or cool down. Alright, let's see. So it's cooling down. So yeah, I need to heat it up a little more. It needs to be on the hotter end of green. So if you saw there was a yellow box around here, and that means it's perfect conditions. If you re-click it, you make faster progress for a few seconds. So that's kind of important as well. And I think you can also dunk to make it go a little faster, as you can see, as opposed to the regular left click. If you right click and dunk, it just heats up faster. You just have to be careful that you don't go over the temperature, or obviously you'll end up losing some time. Hopefully I can get this before it cools down all the way. There you go. Perfect. I don't know what my character said because I exited out of it, but looks like we're done. Let me talk to my friend here. Okay, Kovac, I think I finally finished the sword. Let Kovac look. You pass the sword over to Kovac. He analyzes your work. Yes. This is definitely a sword. Well done, little one. Great. So, what do you think I should do with it now? Kovac, take care of it. Out of curiosity, who is this first blade for? Kovac, friend. Obor. Obor? Can't say I've heard of them. Kovac think Obor show other giants how strong our swords are. Then every giant want one. That's a pretty clever marketing plan, I must admit. Kovac know what he do sometime. Thank you for help, Dark Elf 609. You free to use Foundry whenever you want. So there you go, that's the quest. 1 quest point, 6,000 XP, and most importantly, you unlock the minigame. 42 smithing, excellent. So now we can actually start playing around with this. So I think I'm going to do another run for this episode, just so you guys can watch. Now, Obor, of course, is the hill giant that I really want to go fight, which I think is going to be fun. Okay, so the meta for this is you're going to use 19 of your lower tier bar and 9 of the higher tier bar. So in my case, I would do 19 iron bar. And then the rest steel bar. And then place those in the crucible here. And then all of these. Dang it. I hate when I do that. There you go. Perfect. Let me get my commission. These are all the rewards. I will come and do a specific episode on the Foundry, but for right now, I'm just trying to get to level 50 smithing, so he wants a light spiked sword. Let's see what we can do here. So we got light and spiked here. This is going to give me 14 points, so this is definitely the best option. This is going to give me 8, 4, 4, 6. None of these are very good, but the best one is the saw blade. And then the tip, I'm gonna need this one right here, I think. That's gonna be 14. And then we're missing one section here. All right, let me do the 8, I guess. I mean, that's really the best option. Okay, so let's set the mold. Perfect. And let's pour it. Get my buckets. Should have gotten that from the bank. You know, it's a little less of a run, but you know how it is. Okay, so I mean, it is pretty heated up. I think you need... Do I need to let it cool down a little bit? I've never seen these little gaps here, but I guess I do need to let it cool down a little bit. You know what? By the time I get back from the waterfall, it's already going to be on the red. There you go. Let's go for it. So this minigame should not take me very long at all to get to 50. You will see that it is pretty quick. You'll see how much experience I get at the end of this. I think I can let it hammer one more time. So you see I'm going to have to do 4 different activities here. Okay, and then the grindstone. I need to cool it down some. Guess I should quench, huh? Let us grind this up. Starting to get a little too hot. And let's heat it up some more. So that we can hammer another round. So yeah, depending on the number of bars that you put in the combination of them in the crucible, will determine how many steps it's going to take to make your sword. So that ratio of 19 to 9 makes it perfect for the number of steps versus the efficiency of experience you'll be getting. So it's just the best way, I think. Or at least that's what I've read up on, so that's what we're going with. Alright, let me heat this up. Or wait a minute, why am I heating it up? I need to quench it. Need to get it on that left side of the green. It's a pretty fun minigame. I think I'm gonna have fun streaming this. Do need to heat this up again. Don't need to heat it up too much. Oh no! I passed it. That's okay. It'll cool down in just a second. Got a little overzealous on that one. Should be finishing pretty soon here. Perfect. Sword look good. Hand over. So look at that. 4,770 smithing experience. A lot of money. And then we can just get another commission. Broad spiked sword. Level 43. Very good. So I'm going to be doing this for a while. I don't think I'm going to stream. I think I will just do some editing on this one because I don't think it's going to take too long. So it should be fun. Should be good times. Yeah. Be back in a second. Okay, maybe I underestimated this a little bit. I've done 9 rounds, and I'm still not level 50, but I did run out of steel bars, so I need to go mine some more iron. That kind of sucks. But yeah, that's kind of the stats we're at right now. I'll go ahead and do another commission, because I'll have to come back. But, for now, let me go mine. I believe the west mine here, there's a little agility shortcut that should get me to the west mine pretty quickly between here and this bank. Right here. And yeah, there's a mine right there. I think this is a little closer than the Varrock Southeast mine. So I do think this is overall a better spot. So, I will see you in a little bit. I'll probably do some editing here. I don't really need to mine too much. I just need to be able to get a few more steel bars. I think I just need a couple more rounds of Giant's Foundry, and I should be good to go with my goal. That's 51 mining. Nice. Pretty exciting. I always liked mining and smithing, so I'm having fun this episode. Ideally, I would bring some runes with me, and I would teleport back to Falador, deposit, and then run back. But since I am running out of law runes, I want to conserve all of my law runes, so I'm just making the runs. Alright, so I got about 200 iron ore. It didn't take too long, and it did remind me, also part of the streaming that I did between the last episode and this one, I did do some superheat to make some of those iron bars. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make some steel bars and iron bars by superheating. Gives me good magic experience. So let's try that. I think if I use it on the coal, I can make steel. I don't understand how it knows to make steel as opposed to iron. Because theoretically, I can make both bars here. But you know what? I have to make steel bars for now, so I'll probably make around 50 steel bars, and then the rest I'll make iron bars. And that should be enough for me to finish out the minigame. 49 smithing, okay. Maybe I'll get the 50 smithing just by smelting all of this. And 56 magic. Very nice. Okay, so I ended up with 186 iron bars, 57 steel. That's enough, I think. I am going to go back to Giant's Foundry, do a couple more rounds, and that should get me to the 50 smithing. Should be good times. Alright, that should be my last round needed. Let me hand this in. Sword look good. Hand over. There you go. Perfect. My record was what? Quality 77 in 7 minutes 37 seconds. That's not great, but you know how it is. So I'm gonna receive another commission, but not gonna work on it. I am level 50. I got the prerequisite. That was the goal for this episode, so that's good. I do just want to briefly show you this. In the future, I will do a full episode dedicated to the Foundry, where I'll unlock everything. But essentially, you can get the double ammo mold for cannonballs. You can get the smith outfit, which is cool. But I think the more important thing in the beginning is to unlock the different molds here. That will allow you to improve how much you get out of this minigame. So I actually already spent some points on 2 of these molds, but you want to unlock all of them so you can make the best weapons possible to maximize your experience, how many points you're earning, and all that, and then go for the reward. So I'll do that at some point in the future, but that's going to do it for now. In the next episode, I will be doing a quest to get the rune pickaxe. See you there.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.